Okay, good morning Year 1. Hope you're okay today. Wednesday morning maths. What we're going to be thinking about today is after we spent yesterday and Monday on multiplication, today and tomorrow we're going to be thinking about division. Now remember how I've always said to you that with addition and takeaway, subtraction, that they are the inverse, the opposite, okay? So addition and subtraction link. There's always a link between the two of them, and you can use them to help you with one or the other, okay? So once you've worked out a subtraction calculation, you can use addition to help you check your answer and check that you've got it right. It's the same with multiplication and division. Division is the inverse, the opposite of multiplication, and you can use multiplication to help you check division calculations, and you can use division to help you check multiplication calculations. So it all works in the same way, okay? Now division is probably the trickiest of all four of our operations, okay? Addition is one of the easier ones. Subtraction is a bit trickier. Multiplication becomes a little bit trickier, and division is probably the most tricky of all of our four main calculations operations, okay? So what we're going to look at today is the first step of working out division calculations, okay? First thing we need to look at is we looked at multiplication for 2 days. Remember, this was our multiplication sign. And the way I always remember that's a multiplication sign because it looks a little bit like an add, doesn't it? If you turn it round, it looks like an add, okay? So that's how I remember that is multiplication. So again, like with addition, multiplication, our answers get bigger. With division, the way I remember division is it's a bit of a funny sign. It looks like that. But a really good way of remembering is if you look carefully, what sign has it got in the middle, in between the two dots? It's got the take away sign. So that's one way of remembering division. So your answer is going to be smaller, just like with subtraction, taking away. Okay, so with division, we know our answer is going to be smaller. Okay, division is very tricky. So what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at a very simple calculation to start with. Okay, we are going to look at 6 divided by 3. Okay, so that's our calculation there. 6 divided by 3. Now, the first way to look at a division is it's the same as sharing. When you're sharing something out between people or between animals, it's to do with sharing, okay? But it's really important that we share things equally, okay? We can't have 6 of something and give one person 4 and the other person 2, because that's not equal. They have to have the same amount, okay? So division is all about being fair as well and sharing fairly. Okay, so if we look, if I've got 6, so I'm just going to show them as circles like I did with multiplication yesterday. If I had 6, you imagine these were sweets. If I have 6 sweets, okay, this is how many sweets I've got. This is how many people I am sharing the sweets between. So I am sharing the sweets between 1, 2, 3 people. Okay, so this is how many sweets I've got. This is how many people I'm sharing them between. And then we have to share them out equally. Okay, so the way to do that is to give them to each person. So you say, right, I'm going to give you 1. I'm going to give you 1. And I'm going to give you 1. That's equal, because each person has got 1 each. Okay, then we're going to look at these and we're going to say, right, I give you 1, I'm going to give you 1, and I'm going to give you 1. Okay, now I've run out of sweets. There aren't any left. There aren't any more to share. So now we need to look at how many each person has got. Okay, so if we look here, how many has this person got? 2. Good. How many has this person got? 2. Good. And the last person, how many have they got? 2. Excellent. So we can see, have we shared them equally? Have they all got the same? Yes, they have. They've all got 2 each. And that is our answer. Okay, each person has 2. So our answer is 2. So 6 sweets divided by 3 people is 2. They get 2 each. Okay, we have shared them equally between each person. Okay, let's have a look at another one together. So if I had 10 of something and I was dividing or sharing it between 2 people, how many would they get each? Okay, so to work this out, some of you might be able to do it without doing the sharing, but I would like you to show me how to do it with the sharing. Okay, so that means, remember, because it's a division, just like takeaway, the biggest number comes first, always. Biggest number always comes first, okay? So we've got 10 divided by 2. So I'm going to draw out my 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my 10. And how many people am I sharing it between? Good. I'm sharing it between 2 people. Okay, so I need to put my 2 people in. If you want to give them faces, you can. Okay, there's your 2 people. So you've got your 10. And then you are sharing it between 2. Because remember that dividing just means sharing. And it's got to be what? What has it got to be when we're sharing something? It has to be fair. Has to be equal. Yes? Bit like the sides of a square. It has to be equal, otherwise it's not a square. The same with dividing, with sharing. It has to be equal, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, so it must be equal. So again, we're going to go 1 for you, and if you want to, because you've only got 2, you could do 1 from each end. 1 for you, 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 and 1 for you. Okay, have we shared them equally? Yes, we have. They've both got the same. But how many has each person got? Because that's our answer. How many each person has got is our answer. So we're going to look. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check this one's definitely got the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. So we know that 10 divided by 2, or 10 shared between 2, is 5. That's our answer, is 5. Is our answer smaller than our first number? Yes, it is. Brilliant. That's what we're looking for. The answer must be smaller than that first number. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's look at one more together. So this time we are going to have 12 divided by 4, or shared between 4. Okay, because remember, division is the same as sharing. Okay, so how many have we got? We've got 12, so we need to draw our 12 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's our 12. Okay, and then how many are we sharing between? 4. Okay, so we've got 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's our 4. If you want to draw faces on them, you can. Make them look like people. Okay, there's our 4 people. Okay, now, again, remember, it must be equal. So we're going to go 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I've missed one out. Thought I had 1, 1. There we go. Now, have we shared them equally? It all looks a bit complicated, doesn't it? Okay, but as long as we can see that each person has got the same number, that's all that matters. So let's look carefully. We had 12 and we shared it between 4 people. So we divided it between 4. Okay, let's have a look, see how many this first person's got. It's easier just to see how many lines are coming into them. So we've got 1, 2, 3 coming into that person. Have we got 3 coming into this person? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we have. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. That means we've shared it equally. How many did each person have? They had 3. So our answer is 3. Okay. So we've got 12. We divided it between 4 and that gave them 3 each. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so, Year 1. Division is very, very tricky, but this is the start of understanding division. Okay, now again, in your file for today, you have got some worksheets to do. But I will also put some extra ones in on your maths, the sheet that I do to explain what you've got to do today, that you can do in your maths book if you want to. Okay, Year 1, I will see you tomorrow for another way of doing division. Take care.